Hi,
Hi, Leila. How are
There.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. Thank you. Uh,
Okay, hello.
Fikri.
Hi.
Okay.
Hello there, Leila.
Sorry?
Maybe a good morning there. Is it
Yeah,
morning?
yeah, it's morning.
You currently live in Bali?
Yeah.
That's nice. So, good morning, everyone. So, we just are going to um just chatting about our own culture. So,
Mhm.
we are from the University of Singaperbangsa Karawang, which was
Mhm.
a state university in Karawang, near the capital city of Jakarta. Have you been to
Mhm.
Karawang?
I have, yeah. My stepmom is from Karawang, so I've been there a few times.
Oh, that's uh so you have lived here for how many years?
In Bali, um, I've I only started living in Bali 6 months. Um, and before that, I lived in the United States.
Oh, the US.
Yeah.
So before we going further, we're just going to introduce ourselves first, I guess. So my name is Fikri. I'm
Mhm.
from Karawang, obviously, and uh, probably the others, Indonesia, I guess.
Okay, my name is Linesya. You can call me Nisha. I'm from Karawang too.
And my name is Fadila Annisa, or you know me. I'm Sasa.
Mhm.
So we are from just I told you before that we are from University of Singaperbangsa Karawang. We are on a project of
Mhm.
mm, making a conversation with a native speaker. So your first language is English, right?
Yeah, my first language is English, but I also speak French, and I can only speak a little bit of Indonesian.
That's very good. So we are, I think we are bilingual. We have so many languages to speak it. So you can introduce yourself, Layla, to us, I
Oh,
guess.
okay. Hi, I'm Layla, as you know, and I live in Bali, and I'm French. I'm French and Indonesian.
So you are French, but have lived in United States.
Yeah, I lived in multiple places. I was born in California, and then I lived in Bali for 5 years. And then after that, I moved to South Korea and I lived there for 3 years. And then I moved back to the States. I lived in New Jersey. It's right next to New York. And I lived there for about like 7 years. And then now I'm in Bali. I've been here for 6 months. And then this summer, I'm planning on moving back to New Jersey.
That's very good. You've been to so many places, I see.
Yeah.
California, New Jersey, and now Bali. So have you been to France?
To France.
Yes.
Yes, I have been to France. I never lived there, but I have family in France. So I've visited a few times Paris and then some other places. I've yeah.
So I guess you have France as ethnicity, and
hmm
you you are not live in France. How do you feel about that? I mean, as a
Um,
France.
I I mean it doesn't bother me too much that I have never lived in France, but I do feel like sometimes I miss out because a lot of my family is in France. I feel the same way about Indonesia before I moved here. Um, I just feel like I'm missing out with like family because because I don't live in the same place as them, I don't communicate with them as much as I would like to.
That's nice. Thank you for your for a background information of your culture and your um, background, I guess. So we we are going to talk more about, I guess, education and your culture, especially living in the United States, I guess.
Mhm.
Maybe Fadila Annisa or Linesya wants to ask Leila first about education or something.
Maybe first, I want to ask to you, Leila, about are people in American easy to mingle or make friends with new people?
It's the same as any other place. It's yeah, I mean you just meet people and then you become friends with them. But it's obviously it's very different than how it is here in Bali. The like social culture is different, and then the like it's just it's wait, it's the same equation. You just meet people and then you become friends with them. But there is something that's important to point out is um how do I explain this? A lot of people are very nice when it comes to people from different cultures and from different countries, but you will meet people that are racist and that will treat you differently because you are not white or you are not American. So that's also important to point out.
Okay. Maybe that's all from me.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
you said that Americans and other kind of the other country is much the same in terms of like friendship, etc.
Mhm.
So how do you compare like Indonesian people, American people? Which do you think like the most friendlier or like
So here in Bali, the people I mainly hang out with is mainly like mixed people, mixed with French or French people or um, French and Indo people. So I don't have too many friends that are that are locals here, but I do have friends from Jakarta who are locals or who are a little bit mixed. I would say I think Jakarta people are really really nice. They're really really nice, very sweet, very real. You know, they're not superficial or like shallow. The people I have here in Bali, some of them are really nice, but you know some of them are not so nice. Um, and the people in the States also nice, but they can come off as maybe a little rude sometimes. But I think for me, like Jakarta people are the nicest. The people I've met here are a little judgmental, and the people in the US can be a little rude, but overall, they're all really nice.
that's so okay. So I guess Linesha has a question for you.
Yeah, I want to ask. I want to know that is it hard studying in US for you or yes?
It can be a little hard, but it depends on what class you take. There's different levels of classes. Whether you want to take like a harder class or just a regular class, it all depends on your intellectual level and how you are organized with your work and how much you pay attention. If you don't pay attention and you don't take notes and you're not focused, then that's going to be very hard for you. But if you focus, if you're organized, if you pay attention, you ask questions, and you're really engaged in the class, um, it can be easier, but there's still some topics that are really hard.
So I think let's just move on to another theme. So we have talked about education in your country that you lived in. So
Mhm.
you are French, right? But
Mhm.
not living in France. So is there any culture that, I mean, maybe your father introduced you French culture, right? I guess.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
uh, but you're not lived in France. So is there any culture that you think is special that only French people has?
Um. Well, I think the French are very much into the arts and like ballet, classical music, art from the Renaissance or from hundreds of years ago. Um, Also, there's certain holidays in France, like it's called I forgot what it's called, but it's this holiday. It just passed. It's in January, and basically the concept is you have a pie, and you cut the pie and then you serve it to people, and then in the pie there's a little, I don't know how to say it in English, but it's this little ceramic thing, and there's one in the pie, and then if you get the ceramic thing, then you are like the king or the queen. It's based on the three kings in like a biblical story that has to do with Jesus. I don't know much about the story, but it's just a fun like little tradition. I didn't get to celebrate it this year because none of the family members that I live with are French. Um, Also, I feel like the way that we do Christmas is very extravagant. It's always such a big deal. Christmas in French families, there's always it's a big deal to a lot of cultures, obviously, but I feel like there's something about the French culture where it's like very, very extravagant. A lot of people at your house, a lot of food, a lot of really good food. Um, so yeah, there's that. Yeah.
So I guess French people really appreciate art as more than any other country, I guess, because I guess in France there are so many museum and art exhibition, something like that.
Mhm.
So other than art, I guess I think food is also part of the culture. I think Linesya wants to ask more about that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want to know that what about food? Does sorry French, yeah, have a typical food like Indonesians, or there are a lot of junk food?
Wait, sorry, could you just repeat that? I didn't get to hear what you said.
Maybe
So
like
yeah.
I guess the
Yeah.
distinctive food in the U.S. Maybe we as Indonesian see the U.S. as don't have some sort of uh, exotic cuisine
Mhm.
like in Asia. We only
Mhm.
see the United States as junk food.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is that true? Maybe.
Um, it's it's basically true. Yeah, I don't really know a lot of There's not a lot of like traditional American food. Um, uh, a lot of it is a lot of it is just very like high in fat, high in carbs, high in sugar. Um, but there obviously are some healthy options, but yeah, mainly it's the portions are very big. They're very big. That's something that I didn't even notice until I got here because the portions in Indonesia are so small. But yeah, the portions in the US are humongous. So yeah, that's basically what you hear is true.
So I heard that you've been to France. So there this stereotype about French people, especially in Paris, that they are very rude to tourists. Is that
Mm-hmm.
true?
I've also heard that. I think what it is that French people are very honest and they're not very they some we don't do French we sorry we don't do small talk. So it's not very common for people to be like, oh, hi, hi. And I'm like, that's for strangers to just like greet each other. There are some French people that are very stuck up and rude, but I feel like that's in every country. There's always going to be like a rude person. But I think a lot of tourists mistake our like, I don't know how to even describe it. Like, we just don't do unnecessary things, you know? Small talk is deemed as unnecessary. We only really talk if we need to. It can be a little depressing, but it is what it is. Overall, French people, they're nice. Not everyone is rude. Yeah.
So I guess because we have different cultures, especially in Indonesia, we have more like indirect and have a lot of small talks. When when we go to France and see French people is more direct and more honest,
Yeah.
shocked. So I guess, yeah. Fadila, I think I want to ask you.
Okay, I want to ask again. According to the stereotype that I've ever heard, is it true that if we eat at some restaurant or any restaurant, is it obligatory to pay a tip?
Oh, in the US?
Yeah.
It's not obligatory, but it's you're kind of socially forced to do it, because if you don't do it, then you look like a rude person, you know? It's not in the law that tips are necessary, but if you don't tip, then you just look like a mean person, basically. So in a way it is, obligated.
Yeah, I think it's just more about once again culture, I guess. That has been in so many years before. So in Indonesia, I think tip is like more I think not that important. I mean, if you tip some driver or waitress, I think it's fine, but they don't usually they don't expect you to tip, I guess. Okay. I think for final, can you give us 3 words about Indonesian culture? Just 3 words.
Okay. Beautiful,
Beautiful.
interesting, and very diverse, very different.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I hope you have a very good time here in Bali, there in Bali, of course.
Thank
Yes.
you.
I wish you luck in your education and going to university, I guess. Yes.
Thank
You've been
you.
you've been very helpful to us in this project. We are very having a great time
I'm glad. Thank you.
to have a conversation. And thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you for
Layla.
helping me.
By the way, you look gorgeous there.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Guys, malu banget.
Bener dong. Beda banget sama yang kemarin ya.
Kenapa? Beda gimana?
Beda banget sama yang kemarin ya. Okay, we can say hi to Sarah, please, guys. Say hello to Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
Halo, Sarah.
Hi, everyone.
We're really glad that you could join us tonight for this conversation. Okay, maybe we can introduce ourselves first. So, my name is Fikri.
And my
I'm
name-
from Wait.
Okay.
So of course we are from Indonesia. We are from Karawang. So my name is Fikri Baihaqi. And the other, please.
And I'm
Linesya
Linesya.
first, please.
And I'm Linesya.
And one more.
One more.
And the last, my name is Fadila Annisa, and you can call me Nisa.
Okay. So we are from University of Singaperbangsa, Karawang,
Mm.
which is a state university in Karawang, which is a town near Jakarta. Have you been here?
Yes, I have been. Indonesia is a very lovely country and very good food, and I love it very much.
Thank you so much for your compliment. So, right now we're just going to, just chatting about culture and education, especially in your country. And we can share our culture together. And I almost forgot. Please, you can introduce yourself first, Sarah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, my name is Sarah Mann, and I'm 21 years old, and that's pretty much it. I don't know.
Okay, maybe your occupation.
Oh, I work I work at the mall, like as like a concierge. Like I help people where to go in the mall, but I'm also studying at QUT. I'm also a student, so yeah.
Wonderful. Do you come from Australia?
Yes, I am from Australia.
Yeah, Linesya told us you come from Australia. Which part of Australia?
Technically, I was from Adelaide, but I'm living at Brisbane.
Brisbane. Is
Yeah.
it a capital?
No,
No?
no, that's not the capital. It's just like a region.
Okay, sorry, my geography is not good.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, maybe Linesya or Fadila want to ask first about Zara education or occupation.
Yeah, I want to ask, which university do you study at?
I study at QUT. It's Queensland University of Technology, and my major is data and analytics. But I start on February, so it's just a month, and then I'll start my study.
Okay. So maybe Fadila wants to ask.
Okay, wait.
Fadila, you're there? I heard you in data analytics. Is it like mathematics and
Yeah, kinda.
some sort of like that?
Yeah, something like that. It's just like, you analysis and getting data from whatever's there. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like math, but also science like that.
Oh my God. Math. No.
That is interesting. Do you learn Indonesian in Australia?
No, but you can choose to learn it. And I can do Indonesian, so that's good then.
I hope you can speak Indonesian, right? So, apa kabar?
Can you show it?
Baik. No, I'm too embarrassed. I'm too shy. No, I can't do it. I mean, I can speak, but I'm just too shy at the moment. I don't want to like look stupid.
Tidak apa-apa, gak usah malu.
Ya, terima kasih.
Fadila Annisa wants to ask.
I want to ask Fadila Annisa.
Yes, I want to ask to you, are people in and makes friends with new people, and especially if we enter a new school, like an environment?
Sorry, what was that? Can you repeat?
Are people in Australia easy to make friends with new people? Like Indonesian people's easy to friend.
Oh yeah, it's very easy because it's a very diverse culture. Like a lot people from Indonesia or China or India, it's very diverse and we're all very accepting. So it's very easy to make friends there. And even if your English is not that good, they'll still want to be your friend because they just want to know about your culture and, you know, about you yourself.
Wow.
That's very nice. Yeah,
That's good.
so people in Australia, I guess, is very friendly.
Yeah, I think so. I personally think so. I mean, the one that I have met, I have made friends, they're very friendly.
Is it true that in Australia, people are, you know, to what is it? I can't really find words. But is it like too harsh on each other? You say
Too
friendly, but what I'm saying about Australian people is they are not too, like in their loud people. I'm sorry, this is loud people. Is it true?
They can be loud, yeah, they can be loud and but it's just their culture, I guess. It's just them because you know they're just loud people. They're very outgoing people. So it's just that. I mean, I know it's not all Australians, but I've seen some which they are loud.
Okay, that's relieving, I guess. Now I know. So I think Indonesian people are just, mostly are welcoming other people, but in new generation like ours, I guess, in like still in college or high school, they are mostly introvert, I guess. So I think in Australia there are many extroverts rather than
Yeah.
introverts.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, maybe Linesya wants to ask Sarah about her culture.
Maybe I want to ask one questions. I want to know that is that true that Australians are always surrounded by venomous animals? Because I see in internet that stereotype of Australians.
Yes and no. You only see that animal not in the city. You don't they're not really in the city or like houses like where where like neighbors. You mostly see, like you can only mostly see that in the wildlife because we try to keep the dangerous animal away from the human because they are very deadly and can kill all of us. So yeah, we gotta be careful.
Okay. But that's not true. I mean, it's not.
I mean, it is true that they are dangerous animal, but you don't see them often, especially in the city.
Okay.
So you're safe.
Safe.
I think that perspective of Australian came from the internet. Like most people talk about snake in Australia, or something like that. Indonesian, I guess, is also quite dangerous if you go to the forest, something like that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think Indonesia is also dangerous, especially the wildlife and the animals. But every country is.
Thank you very much for today.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to hear your time, Sarah.
Thank you. No worries. Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Thank
Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
Bye. We love you.